Good afternoon, everybody. Colin here with Techout. Today I just unboxed the iPad Pro and I've been using it for about an hour now, and I just wanted to give my first impressions on what I think of the new device. First thing is the new screen is amazing. Let's see, unlock, there we go. So Face ID works wonderfully in both portrait and landscape. Let me turn auto rotate off real quick. It is really fast and responsive. Unfortunately, I was not able to pick up an Apple Pencil or the keyboard folio case yet because my local Best Buy where I got my iPad from did not have any. So I will either be ordering one or going to the Apple store in the next few days to try and pick one of those up. So I've downloaded a couple apps like YouTube and stuff like that. Everything is performing wonderfully. I set my new background here. It came with the iOS 12 background out of the box. But one of the cool things I love about this new iPad is the fact that we are now using USB-C. So USB-C allows you to use your pre-existing adapters if you have a MacBook Pro. You know what this is. This is a USB-C, HDMI, and USB adapter. You can now use these with the iPad Pro. You can use USB Ethernet adapters if you want to use your iPad with Ethernet. You can connect it to HDMI and you can still charge it at the same time. Now that is the Apple adapter. I've also tested it with a Pioneer adapter that I have. This is one I got sent for review that I was using on my MacBook Pro. And this one has two USB ports, an SD card reader, a USB-C in, so again you can charge it, and an HDMI out. And I tried this with my USB Ethernet adapter and it works as well as the SD card slot. It pulled all the files on my SD card up on the Files app. So if you have a camera, one of these, definitely a go. I would pick one of these up. You can use your iPad to transfer files from your camera, from your SD card, stuff like that. I know some hard drives don't work and flash drives don't work, but support for that should be coming a little bit later, maybe in iOS 13. Right now that is really device specific on what hard drives and flash drives you can get to work and what files those will read. But if you're doing presentations or if you're doing anything online and you want to use Ethernet, one of these adapters is very, very helpful. Next thing is the back of the iPad. We have the smart connector right here. So far the only accessory I've seen is the Apple Folio case, which covers the back and plugs in or connects to the smart connector right there, and then you can fold it out and type on the keyboard. Apple Pencil goes right here. You can see that little spot. That is where it charges. That is just plastic right there so the wireless charging can work through the metal. It does have tap to wake, so you can tap to wake and then unlock it with Face ID. I had to move it because the camera is in the way. But everything, like I said, is working wonderfully. Battery life seems to be pretty good. I've been watching YouTube videos and stuff like that on it for about an hour now, and we've drained about 10%. So you'll probably get about 6 to 7, maybe 8 hours pushing it. I do have auto brightness turned off, and my screen brightness is about 75 to 80%, I would say. And like I said, I've been watching videos and downloading apps and stuff like that. But I really love the way it feels in the hand. It feels wonderful. Very, very good design. I like the squared edges. It's a lot better and easier to hold and feels better in the hand than the rounded edges. It just gives it a better texture to it and the way it feels. But this is the 11-inch iPad Pro. This has been Colin with Techout. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day.